All right, Coach. Opening statement: 80-58 win over Niagara today. 4-0 at home to start the year, and George Simonsen first double-double.
Yeah, the game was exactly how we thought it would be in terms of just the pace and the physicality. Niagara, in my opinion, is a lot better than their record. What's unique about them, I think they can impose their style of play on the game. And I think that challenged us for quite a while today until we could get some separation, I think, towards the latter half of the third quarter. But to our ladies' credit, they just kept chipping away at it. Obviously, we have a young player like Georgia who's doing a great job for us. That obviously helps quite a bit. But I'm very proud of how we could just kind of slowly chipped away and pulled away towards the end of the third quarter. I think we were up, 18 or 19 heading into the fourth. That helped give us a little more breathing room. But a big credit to Niagara, how hard they play. They're very physical. They believe in their style. And I think we needed to face that style. We're going to see that again in league play when we play Longwood. It's going to be something very similar. So, but for us to pull away, win by 22, it's a good job. Good job today.
And Coach, you guys outscored Niagara 32-6 on the fast breaks. How much of that do you think contributes to the pace of not only their play but yours?
Yeah, I think it was honestly probably more of them in terms of just their strategy, when they're going to press, when they're going to trap. We thought we would have some opportunities in the open floor today, and we needed to convert. We talked to our team a lot about just playing some advantage basketball. Probably did not emphasize that enough. But to be plus 26 and capitalize quite a bit on a lot of those possessions was huge. For us, it wasn't a lot of us running our actions or our set plays today. It was conceptual offense and advantage basketball. We did a pretty good job today.
And, we talked about this. We talk about it a lot, actually. You guys have a very young team. How important is it for them to not only see the offense through sets, but also through, like you said, conceptual basketball, especially for league play in games like Longwood?
Yeah, I think it helps because our league is so different. There's so many different styles within the Big South. We have some teams that play really slow and play in the half court, and other teams that are going to be very aggressive. So you have to constantly adjust throughout the duration of your season. And our ladies did a really nice job as the game progressed today.
And for Georgia, you guys obviously a very physical game today. What did you see on the floor, especially being a freshman and that being one of the first really physical tests that you guys have had?
I think it just made me see we need to also play more physical. Obviously the refs weren't calling everything, so we needed to play through that, and we couldn't let that rattle us.
And Coach, you guys, the question has always been, you guys have a lot of great guards, you guys have a lot of great bigs, and today the bigs are the ones who showed out.
Yeah.
What did you think also, not only of Georgia's great performance, but also Nia Jenkins, season high 17, 9 boards?
Really proud of AJ today. In having some small talk with AJ, I think she was really upset with how she performed on Wednesday night. So to see her bounce back, play to her strengths, I thought it was huge for us. When you have Georgia, AJ, and we have some young posts behind them that are going to be good for us. It gives a good blend of players and different lineups that we can go to. But for AJ to get, she had 17 and 9 today, and that's great production. So yeah, when Georgia gets 15, AJ gets 7, that's 32 points. I mean, that's 32 points and 19 rebounds from 2 players is fantastic. So that shows you what they're capable of doing as we progress throughout the season.
And we talked about this last game, and this one's for both of you. Free throws. You guys shot 32 free throws today, 75% from the line. Was it something that was on either of y'all's minds going into the game? I know you always say you don't talk about it, try not to psych them out of it.
Well, we talked about it briefly just because of Niagara's style. I think we made a few comments that it's going to feel like you're being fouled every possession. And you're going to have to play through the physicality, the contact, the chest bumps. We thought we would shoot a high number of free throws today. So it's good to see the 32 attempts, but also shoot 75%. I mean, that's a big jump for us. I think we were below 60% as a team going into the season, into this game. So we had to make free throws to win the game and pull away, which was a credit to our ladies.
And for Georgia, you guys had 13 second chance points. You guys controlled both ends of their glass, especially on the offensive end. What do you think you saw be able to get your team a lot of second chance opportunities?
I think it was just thinking about whether or not to go up or pass it out and make a smart choice. If we were crowded, pass it out and there were wide open people because they were crashing hard.
And, Colin mentioned it earlier, you guys are 4-0 at home this season. How important is it, not only for the team, but also, for you as a freshman being the first time on home floor and, learning the concept of defending home floor, especially against a really physical team like Niagara?
It's very important, I would say. Take care of home court. Hopefully keep that up.
Coach?
Yeah, it's huge. Since I've been here, we've always taken great pride in playing well in the Dedmon Center. Obviously, our kids do a lot of work in this building, and anytime we have a game here, we want to play well in front of a lot of people who care about this program. So it's great that we're 4-0. We have some really big ball games coming up after Thanksgiving here. Navy's fantastic. Ohio's fantastic. And obviously get into Big South play. It's going to be important for us to protect our home court. But for us to be 4-3, very excited. Obviously, our 3 losses are to P4 schools. So I think we're kind of on track right now in terms of our growth and our development. And we just got to keep going game by game and maximizing each opportunity together.
And speaking of development, Joy Williams again in double digits tonight. Can you talk about how her being able to command the floor like we talked about pregame, how that opened up the offense?
Yeah. Well, this was going to be a game that's going to be hard on the point guards just because of their pickup points, their pressures, their trapping, their physical nature guarding the ball. So we knew our point guards were going to have quite a challenge today. So just understanding the resolve to play through a lot of things. But when you have a point guard, it's a junior and has a lot of experience and has learned a lot. To me, it gives me a lot of confidence as a coach to know you have a point guard or multiple point guards that can be quality floor generals. So it's great.
I just want to wrap up. Question for Georgia. Freshman year, you're coming in. You've started all 7 games now. You missed out on a double-double by 1 rebound against Wake Forest. You accomplished that goal individually here. You talked about your mom being a Radford alumni. Just what does it mean to you just to come in, immediately make a difference, immediately kind of be a leader in your first few games with the program?
It means a lot to me. It shows all the work I've been putting in has paid off, which is really nice. And yeah.
All right, Coach. Maybe anything to speak for Georgia, what she means to the team?
Nah, Georgia's fantastic. I think I've told her a couple times just from some side conversations. I don't think she realizes what her ceiling is and how good she's going to be. And it's kind of interesting because when we first started our preseason official practice, we had Georgia playing well the 4. And now, since we've got into games, we've made a complete flip. And she's playing more the 5 position for us. So for her to do that pretty quickly is a credit to her and her understanding of the game. I think Georgia's presence offensively on the boards, was terrific. And we've not had a lot of easy games, and I think Georgia has incredible upside. So for her to be a freshman, starting every game, producing the way she's producing, kind of switching and adjusting positions a little bit as we've hopped into this, it's a credit to her because Georgia's special. She's going to be awesome.
And continuing on that point, having a big who can move up and down the floor as well as Georgia.
Yeah.
How important is it to have a small ball lineup? Maybe not against a team like Niagara, but for you guys to be able to dictate the pace of the game and for you guys to be able to get out and run.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think the depth and athleticism of our 4s and 5s is a huge advantage right now. She'd probably agree. I'm probably on them about pace a lot. I think we can play faster at times. So us learning that, I think it's something that's going to help us as we get into league play. I would love to find ways to get easy baskets. Obviously, that starts with stops and getting out on the open floor. But we do have groups and certain lineups that can play really fast. And when you get into Big South play and it becomes a half-court grind, you have to find ways to get easy baskets in transition. So we do have a group that can run. They're athletic. I think we have good depth. So we have to keep building right away.
You're good. That's all we got for you.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys
for
for
being
being
here.